The future of Earth. Once upon a time, in a peaceful little village, surrounded by green hills and sparkling rivers, there lived a family who had been farmers for many generations. The family loved the earth and the animals they cared for. Their farm was full of colorful fruits, fresh vegetables, and happy animals like cows, sheep, and chickens. They believed that farming and raising animals was very important, not only for their family, but also for the entire village. Every morning, before the sun rose, the family woke up early. The father checked the fields to see if the plants were growing well, while the mother fed the animals. The children helped by collecting eggs and watering the young plants. This hard work was their way of life, and they felt proud knowing that their efforts provided food and resources for many people. Farming is not just about planting seeds. It is about understanding nature and working with it. The family knew that the soil needed to be healthy and full of nutrients for the plants to grow strong. They used compost from their farm to enrich the soil naturally, avoiding harmful chemicals. They believed in protecting the earth so that future generations could also enjoy farming. The plants needed water, sunshine, and care every day. The family spent hours in the fields, pulling out weeds and making sure no harmful insects damaged the crops. They watched with joy as tiny seeds grew into tall corn stalks, juicy tomatoes, and sweet strawberries. Each harvest was a celebration, a gift from the earth that fed their bodies and souls. Taking care of animals was another important part of the family's work. The cows provided fresh milk, which the family used to make cheese and butter. Chickens laid eggs almost every day, and the sheep's wool was carefully sheared to make warm clothes for winter. The animals were not just food sources, but members of the family, and they were treated with kindness and respect. The children loved spending time with the animals. They learned how to feed them, clean their shelters, and even listen to their sounds. This connection with animals taught them responsibility and empathy. They understood that healthy animals meant healthy food and a strong farm. The family faced many challenges. Sometimes the weather was not good. Heavy rains could flood the fields, or dry spells could stop the plants from growing. Sometimes animals got sick and needed extra care, but the family never gave up. They learned how to protect their crops and animals using their knowledge and help from neighbors. Through hard work and teamwork, the family always found a way to keep their farm healthy. Their perseverance was an example to the whole village, showing that farming was not easy, but it was rewarding. They felt happy, knowing that their farm was a source of life and hope. Farming and animal care are important for many reasons. The food grown on the farm provided the villagers with healthy meals. Fresh vegetables gave vitamins and minerals, while milk and eggs gave proteins and energy. Without farmers, people would have to depend on stores far away or expensive imported foods. Besides food, farming also provided materials for clothing and tools. Wool from sheep was made into warm sweaters, wood from trees, helped build farmhouses and fences. Even the family's lifestyle depended on nature's gifts, and they lived in harmony with the land. In the village, children learned about farming from a very young age. They joined their parents in the fields, learning how to plant seeds carefully and care for young plants. They fed the animals and learned about their needs. These lessons were not only about work, but about respecting nature and understanding where food really comes from. Education about farming helped the children appreciate the value of hard work and patience. They dreamed of one day taking over the farm and continuing their family's tradition. Farming was a special gift passed down from generation to generation. Farming also helped protect the environment. Plants absorb carbon dioxide from the air and produce oxygen, which people and animals need to breathe. Healthy soil holds water and prevents floods. Animals grazing on the land helped keep the fields clean and fertile. The family worked carefully to keep their farm natural and safe. They planted trees around their fields to protect the soil from wind and sun. They avoided chemicals that could harm the earth and chose natural ways to protect their crops. This way, their farm was a home not only for people and animals, but also for birds, insects, and many other creatures. Sometimes, the family took their products to the nearby market. They sold fresh fruits, vegetables, milk, cheese, eggs, and wool. The money they earned helped them buy tools, seeds, and other things needed to improve the farm. Selling at the market also helped the family meet other people and share stories about farming. Trade was an important part of village life. It connected the family to the outside world and helped the village grow. By sharing their hard work with others, they helped build a strong and caring community. Around the world, millions of people depend on farming and raising animals. These jobs feed billions of people and support many families. Farming is a challenging job that requires knowledge, hard work, and love, but it is also one of the most important jobs in the world because it creates life and sustains people. Farmers are like guardians of the earth. They protect the land and help produce the food that keeps everyone healthy. Without them, life would be very difficult. This is why farming and animal care are respected and valued everywhere. At the end of the day, the family sat together outside their farmhouse, watching the sunset behind the hills. They felt grateful for their land, animals, and each other. They knew that by caring for their farm, they were helping not only their village, but also the whole world. The family promised to keep working hard, protecting nature, and teaching their children about the importance of farming and animals. They believed that as long as people loved the earth and worked with it, life would always be full of hope and happiness.